Okay, so we're going to be using my little hand ratchet here, because that's all that fits in between the front of the fuel pump and the cabinet of the machine. So there's four 5/16 head hex bolts out here on the front of it. I guess we're gonna have to see if we get the ratchet up in there to break them loose. If this was my machine, I'd be taking a 4-inch hole saw and popping a hole through the side of the cabinet, so I'd have some access to this, because serviceability is more important to me than having the thing look pretty, and it certainly wouldn't take away from the structure enough to be worrying about it. I bet you if the engineers ever had to do this, they would have designed an access panel into the side. But they probably designed it over a 3-martini lunch. Might as well take the opportunity to apologize for the poor quality of the video and the poor quality of the audio. This camera takes fantastic still shots, and it's got a movie feature on it. It's a Fujifilm FinePix 5700, but it's not really made for what I'm using it for. I have to go buy a new camera and, you know, something that's more suited to making these videos. But like everybody else, I was a little anxious to get started, and so I figured, well, we'll start off with what we have and ask around, see what people are finding works good for these videos. Seems like a lot of guys like the GoPros. Probably look into one of those. I'm sure there's other things out there, but as long as I could pass a little something on with it, then it's worth it. I'm sure you're more interested in grabbing a little tidbit about these hot pressure washers than you are with seeing my smiling face. So we'll just muddle along with what we've got for the moment. and improve as we go. I wish I had something a little easier to show you on than this, because it's so cramped in here that it's kind of hard to show you anything worthwhile. But I'll do what I can. Alrighty, so now we'll see if we can pop that cover off the fuel pump. Hopefully I've got this unit tilted enough so that the fuel is down at the far end and it's not going to run down here on me. Those will usually pop right off of there, but usually they're in a boiler or a furnace at a customer's house, and you've got a little bit more room to work at them than you have in here. Okay, that's good. There's the old gasket coming off, and then here is your strainer. For a gasket scraper, I like these cheap box store carpenter's chisels. You can buy gasket scrapers, specifically marketed as gasket scrapers, but they're just about the same thing for 10 times the price.